The words we use, even when we're sweet talking our animals, can have some different energy to it. This is Libby Rogers with WhiskerWhispering and another Liv's Animal Chats. Today, I just wanted to have a little conversation about some of the subtleties of our semantics, of our language. And the reason for that is I visit with an awful lot of animal caretakers, and I find myself offering gentle corrections or maybe offering different options for how they might talk to their animals and talk about their animals. Well, I'm not really critiquing people, but I notice the different power, the power of words and the differences that some of our words have. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. When you're out at the dog park and you see somebody berating their dog, disciplining their dog, scolding their dog, most of us wince. Most of us are like, ooh, boy, that guy is barking and mistreating that animal and coming off a little hard. That's because it's not, it is the tone of voice, it's the yelling and it's the body language, but it's also those words, the berating words with the tone of voice and the scolding. The person's kind of lost it. It makes everybody wince, makes everybody really uncomfortable. That's easy. But one way that people kind of miss it is when they're sweet talking their animals. And I am very guilty of this. When we're talking nice about our animals and sweet to our animals, sometimes we're using words that kind of has an inference there that here, I'm the human, I'm up here, and you're this little animal and you're down here. I am superior to you, you are inferior to me. So I'll give you another really silly example. Some people will call me skinny, and some people will call me slender. Now, those two words are pretty much synonymous, but do you notice there's a little different energy? Do you have a guess which word I prefer? Skinny, slender. They mean almost the same thing, but it's just a little different because there's a little different energy or power or nuance to those words. So here's an example. I'll bring us back to our animals. My daughter has a beautiful blonde cat, and she's very shy and timid. She's only lived with us for a year because she had a feral background. So she's very timid. She's very quiet. She gets jittery and moves if people walk too fast past her. So we kind of treat her delicately. But I notice in my own self, sometimes when I'm petting on her and I come in real slow and I just want to give her a little love, sometimes I talk to her like she's a baby, like, oh, sweet little baby cakes. Oh, little Francis. Oh, you're sweet little thing. And then I think, maybe I should say, oh, Francis, you're such a magnificent cat. Oh, I am so glad to know you and to live with you. I can still be sweet talking her, but there's a little nuanced difference in saying, oh, sweet little baby cakes, and what a magnificent creature. So I just would encourage people to analyze and look at some of the ways you're talking positively to your animals and wonder if maybe there's a little different energy in words that you could say. Skinny, slender, baby cakes, magnificent creature. Have a little fun with it. I like to play with it. That's just a crazy little conversation about the power of our words and how it's not just about whether you're disciplining or yelling or scolding or doing all those things that humans do when they're interacting with their animals, but also when we're showing them love. Just something to think about.